Looking for a casual turn-based game warfare? All Out War is going to hit the spot today in App Judgment. This episode of App Judgment is brought to you by JackThreads. Welcome to App Judgment, your source for mobile application news and reviews. I'm Ron Richards.
And I'm Mauricio Balvanera. Welcome back, Ron.
Thanks, it's good to be back. Good to be here in the new year. It's my first App Judgment of 2012.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Right,
It is. So
what do you got for us today?
Well, you know, I'm on the Android tip,
Yep.
and I'm always looking for a game to play when I'm on the bus or on the Muni
So that means something casual.
Exactly, something casual. I'm not a big, deep gamer,
Okay.
And you know that. I like a fun little casual game.
Right.
Lately, I've been playing a lot of just kind of solitaire and little things like that, but I wanted something different. And I actually came across, you might not know this about me, but I was a huge turn-based gamer back in the day.
I just recently found out that you were.
And there's a Android game that's been out for a while called Great Little War Game.
Right.
And recently they came out with more of a scaled down, more of a casual version, and it's called All Out War.
Right.
And this game was just a blast. As soon as it loaded up, I'm like, oh, I know this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I was talking to you on Twitter saying, what are you going to review? What do you want? And you told me to download this game, and I'm instantly hooked.
Yep.
There's things about it that, well, we'll get into pros and cons in a bit, but amazing, in-depth, beautiful graphics, beautiful sound.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's really amazing, especially with the advent of Android 4.0, Ice Cream Sandwich, what they can do, and as the phones and tablets are getting better, what they can do with the graphics and with the sound, and that's immediately I was totally blown away by a hex-based board. I like that you can see like the grid of the board, but then they layer on their terrain and in the settings you can scale back, how much detail you want.
It's funny too, that grid immediately snapped my mind into, oh my God, this is chess. This is totally.
Well, actually, one turn-based game that I do like, which is a board game, but they also have digital versions, Settlers of Catan, is a hex-based game, and there's not so much war, but more kind of risk, kind of strategy like.
Right. Okay.
But so basic gameplay on All Out War is pretty simple. It's you versus another army.
Right.
You have each other's base, and the whole idea is to take over the other guy's base.
And it's you versus the computer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. This is a single-player game and no multiplayer, and we're going to touch on that probably a little later on. But you're able to earn money and currency. You've got little oil wells that every turn give you some more money.
Right.
You've got a couple of buildings that allow you to build soldiers and tanks and
snipers,
commandos, engineers.
Engineers engineers are kind of really crucial to winning the game.
It's the key, because the engineer are the ones who you go to the enemy's base and convert their buildings to your buildings, and that's how you win.
Right.
So it's really cool. And then in addition to that, there are tanks and mortars and anti-aircraft tanks and things like that. And so each turn you get a certain amount of money. You can build up your units, you can move them, and then you can attack the enemy.
So in this first level that you're presented with, you've got two bridges. Have you discovered sort of a strategy to keep the computer from? Because I have not figured it out.
Well, I thought it was really interesting because not only are you dealing with managing your currency, and not only are you dealing with warfare in terms of saying, okay, I want to have my sniper shoot that guy and the tank shoot that tank, stuff like that. But then there's also almost like a borderline tower defense aspect to it, because due to the way they've set up the maps in this game, you're able to position your guys on the hexagon on the board to basically block the computer. So if you can build a wall of commandos, they're never going to get through until they kill them. So,
so I tried that, but they still were able to sort of crush me at basically weaken my wall and get through there.
That's because you're not very good.
I'm not very good. Go ahead, Ron, say it.
But I found myself. I took the bus down here to the studio and I played the whole ride, and time went by like that.
Right.
And that's one of the things about turn-based games, because you do your moves and then you say, okay, my turn's done, and then you watch the computer do their moves. And that's the one area where it got a little tedious for me because I'm a busy guy. I don't have a lot of time. I would like to see in a more of a speed up mode for the computer to see them make their moves quicker. I did think it was neat that you could save your game. So, as a casual gamer, often I'm turning on my phone, playing, and then leaving. Here I can save the game and go back to it because these are longer games. These are not. This isn't a quick 2-minute blow up some things and walk away. I mean, I was up to turn like 27.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
okay. All right. Well, we're going to dive into some deeper pros and cons in a sec, but first, let's check out our sponsor. Ron, are you a sucker?
I am a sucker.
Okay,
unfortunately.
well, you probably pay full price for your clothes then.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Well, you're a busy guy though. Yeah. You might actually benefit from our sponsor today, JackThreads. Yeah. If you love brands like Kid Robot, Hurley, and Stussy, but hate wasting your time and your cash on them, listen up. You can score these premium brands at up to 80% off every day.
Wait, 80% off?
I said 80.
That's amazing.
It's a big number.
That's a huge number. That's savings.
Do it, Ron. Do it.
I'm totally gonna. I'm gonna do it right now.
There's a wait list to join, but if you head over to jackthreads.com/appjudge, you'll get instant access to the killer hookup. So go now.
I don't see why you wouldn't. You know,
I don't know.
So.
Maybe because you're too busy playing this game. Great little war game.
Yes.
All right, so let's dive into pros and cons a little bit here.
All right, well, the clear pros is that the graphics and the sound are top notch.
Right.
I mean, even each character has its own voice track, so when they kill something, they say something versus
something a little witty.
Yeah, and it makes you laugh. Like, there's actually a lot of humor in the game. It's actually kind of fun. It's one of those games that kind of downplay violence and warfare, but actually have a good time with it.
Yeah.
But the graphics look great. Each tank is designed like they took a lot of time in designing the individual units and designing the way they move on the board and that sort of thing. So I was really impressed with that.
Now, to be specific here, this is not a sequel, but this is sort of a spin-off of a much bigger game.
Yeah.
So they're borrowing elements from the original Great Little War Game.
Basically, it's like a toned down Great Little War Game. So Great Little War Game I think sells for like $2.99 in the Android marketplace. Yeah. This is $1.99, and with that they cut out the multiplayer, they cut out skirmish mode, and this is basically just all campaigns and you versus the computer.
Yeah. Now you made a good point. We originally had, we still have no campaign mode as a con here, because I think even a stripped down version, that's something that could have been pretty fun to do.
Yeah, exactly. But these are really just kind of one battle, another battle. It's just more focused on the fighting aspect of it than as opposed to longer play or playing one of your friends.
Right.
But so if you don't have, like if you're watching your data usage or you don't have friends, this is a great way to play the game. But yeah, so the look and feel is great. It's a scaled down version.
Yeah. You said you're having some issues with your screen locking.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if it was just me, but like, so what happens is
I haven't had issues with this. Go ahead, explain.
I have my phone set, I think, to go black after 30 seconds because I'm just like if I haven't touched the screen in 30 seconds, I'm obviously not using the phone. Right. Some people have it set higher. That suits their own. But when you're watching the computer play, their turn sometimes takes up to a minute.
Definitely more than 30 seconds.
Yeah. And so my phone will go black. But in the settings, there is a setting for timeout, a screen timeout, turn it on or off, and it didn't do anything for me. And I don't know if it's the way this app worked with my phone. I mean, I'm running a Nexus S on an ice cream sandwich. It shouldn't have been, but so it kind of was a bummer because the screen goes black when you turn it on, all the graphics lock, and you have to exit the game and go back into it to get back into it.
Interesting.
So,
okay,
that was a bummer.
Let us know if you're having any of these same issues here, because obviously a lot of times the Android is just hardware specific.
And it could be a bug too. I mean, it could be that maybe their screen timeout control. And that's the one thing, because a lot of times the apps and how they interact with the operating system, whether or not they can override the settings on the native OS. So who knows?
Cool. All right. And your judgment?
My judgment is download the game. It's fun. I mean, like you get to blow stuff up. That's always a good time.
Yeah.
And multiple levels. They did a really good job. Like I said, it's humorous. It's got a good soundtrack. It's really. I like how these games are starting to feel more like it's like a handheld game. Like it's borderline like a Game Boy or something like that.
They're getting up there.
They are, yeah. So I was impressed. So download it, check it out. Only $1.99 in the Android marketplace. I think it's worth it.
Awesome. All right, let us know what you think. Email us at appjudgment@revision3.com. Revision3, let me enunciate. Check us out on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all the social networks. Also, be sure to check out our coverage of the PlayStation Vita this Friday, February 3rd. Speaking of games, the Vita actually comes with loaded applications. They're going to open up a whole marketplace.
That's awesome. So. Yeah, I heard that Vita's beautiful.
It is.
Really
nice.
I
got a chance to play with it at CES, and it's.
I want one.
All right. Well, we're going to be there with Techzilla, new challenger, and we're going to be watching Destructoid's live show. So if you're in the San Francisco Bay Area, head over to 1694 Union Street this Friday at 3 p.m. Cool.
Cool. I'll be there.
All right. We'll see you Thursday, and if you're in town, we'll see you Friday.